Okay, how to be an influencer today on social media, online. There are a couple of things that are, I think, super important to mention when you want to be an influencer is, well, you have to create content consistently, right? And again, I think it's probably that topic that's been rehashed so many times, but the truth is it's always there. Like, you pick a platform or two platforms and you start creating content and you keep creating content, and then over a longer period of time you will get followers. And if you create good content and you put in the work, then you will become an influencer. Extremely simple. So how would you do that? One of the ways is if you allocate an hour a day of your time to creating content, you will get results. If you start with one platform, you start with LinkedIn, or you start with Instagram, or you start with Facebook, you start with 1 follower or 0 followers, you will start getting people, you will be learning about the platform, you will be posting content, and you will be becoming a lot better at this. That is the most important thing. Dedicating 1 hour a day and doing it consistently, doing it over small number of platforms will be super important. When you are creating your longer form content, you can also repurpose it, right? So you could also, whenever you're creating a video like this, or you're creating a podcast, whatever you're doing, you can also you put it as transcribe it, put it on through the service like rev.com, and then you can put it as a separate piece of content on another platform, right? You will have a blog, or you will have a quote, whatever it is, right? And just figure out where where your strength is. And for example, I decided that I had a blog on my website. I decided just to kill it. I'm not going to write a single blog. I won't have a blog at all. All I'm doing is I'm creating a podcast, I'm creating videos like this, and then I have an email list. That's it. 1 email a week. I'm sending content on my YouTube channel, my website, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, I have Instagram stories, and then I am creating podcasts, and podcasts are also on the same channels, and then that's it. That's all I'm doing. So figure out what type of content fits you, fits your personality, fits your interest, and then start working on that, because that is the most important thing. Like, I could be spending a lot of time writing articles, but I'm not that interested in this. I'm way better on video. I love it, and I enjoy it, and I know my followers, I got feedback that people are like, oh, this is pretty cool and this is awesome. And that's the reason I want to do that and do it more and then be better at this. So figure out what type of content you want to do for yourself, and then don't do anything else. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about it all the time, and I think he's so right? And then you don't have to start crazy big, but it's important to start in doing it consistently. Another point is Gary Vaynerchuk talks about $80 strategy. $80 strategy, essentially what it is basically spending half an hour a day and then engaging with other people on the platform with meaningful comments, commenting, sharing something, and then following other people that have similar interests. Most people don't do it, but it's really effective way to build exposure, because if you're just posting content and then thinking somebody else for whoever liked it, it's not enough. It's just not enough. You need to engage with other people, because that's the whole point of a social platform, and that way you're able to build followers faster, but you have to engage with other people and just put a meaningful comment. That's also really important. The platform algorithms will prioritize your posts because they will see the engagement coming from you. So highly recommend $80 strategy. Applies same for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, but it has to be meaningful, not just robotic, not just thumbs up emoji, not just whatever, just the comment that just doesn't have anything in it, just like a shallow thing that people do it just to get an extra point from an algorithm system. No, it doesn't really work like that. It has to make sense. Yes, it isn't scalable, so it will take time. It will take quite a bit of time. But again, how many people do it? Not that many. If you keep doing it every day, you will get a lot more results over time. It will compound. What else? Find topics people want to consume. Again, really important. Will depend on who you're trying to talk to, why you're talking to them, what are you giving them that they can't get everywhere else, and that will be based on your product, your service, your passion, your personality, and your platform. Platform has to have a native type of content. That's what I talked about, why you shouldn't be putting a YouTube link to LinkedIn or creating a long copy for your Instagram post. Not always works very well because that platform prioritizes visuals, right? So it's really important to keep that in mind. In terms of creating good topics, I have a video that I've created that you will be able to go back and see on how to come up with better content ideas. And I break down each thing so you really, the way that I use it, and then you understand how to come up with better titles, better content to get more exposure. In terms of creative, I would say it's also a lot of, you have to try it. You have to try to get a practical experience. I'll give you an example. Like when I'm with Instagram profile, like I post a lot of pictures and they're like motivational, inspiration, success pictures, and everybody does that. And sure, I think some of my pictures are nicer and they look better and they have like a nice design, but are they looking similar to everybody else? Likely. That's very likely. There's some people will get it, some people maybe will not. So yes, you can come up with, spend time on creating more creative pictures and everything else, but really on Instagram and just looking at the way that all things are going in social media, it's a lot about video. And so I started creating videos for Instagram, short videos that are can be based on movies, can be based on YouTube, like YouTube talks, whatever it is, doesn't really matter, but just imagine the creativity that you can come up with video when you're mixing up yourself. Now, again, talk takes a lot of time, but that's where you can stand out really from everybody else, because nobody else is going to create the same video, and you haven't downloaded it. It is unique. It's very special. It is on your profile, and if you're really serious about that platform, then you're going to get a lot of followers if you keep creating those videos, and you get a lot better. You know how to post faster. You know what hashtags works, times to post. Those are types of things. The mistake that people make is that they try to do everything at once, and they try to do too much research, and they try not to put out the content, and then they get paralyzed. That's a big mistake. Put it out, see what it looks like, and then you iterate, and then you come up with things faster, and you learn faster. So yeah, so find topics that will be relevant. You can watch my previous video, and then you can also automate things. Sometimes automating, for example, Instagram is great. It's a great idea. I do it with Buffer. I put 10 posts. You can put 10 posts for free on Buffer. You can put posts on LinkedIn, which I don't do, because if you watch my LinkedIn video, it's not the best. You can't tag people, and it doesn't really work that well with LinkedIn. You can do it with Twitter. For sure, Twitter, you can put the quotes, you can put whatever you want, but again, short form content, always better on Twitter, and then automate that. And then, it's 3 platforms for free. Buffer really works very well. So I would recommend that, to have that, so you don't have to be stuck there for all the time. In terms of what else to be an influencer, that's about it. Really, just create content consistently, create a good content, and then research good topics that people are already interested in. Put your own spin on it. Show your character. Be real. Be the person that you always are in the way that you are in your life, and do what you are strong in. Write, talk, do video, and then you're gonna succeed. That's very simple. It is extremely simple. And then sure, you can start copying people at first, but then you're gonna get better. You will come up with a better creative, and then you learn, and you see what works and what doesn't work. And then when you see results, when you see progress, that's amazing. But you have to do it consistently and over a longer period of time, and not trying to monetize that. If you're trying to be an influencer just to monetize, don't be an influencer, because that will take a long time. And usually the best way to start is when it's your passion, when you're interested, when you're trying to give a value for people for free. So these are the quick thoughts on how to be an influencer 2019. If you guys like it, click like, thumbs up, send me a comment, hit the subscribe button, and do me one favor, share it with your friends, with those who would benefit from this content. The goal here is to build one of the largest communities for personal and business growth, and I cannot do it without you. I will have world-class people coming on the podcast. We'll have phenomenal content, really great value for you, and we'll go deeper than a lot of other shows go, and I will share a lot of insights in these videos, and I'll make it also applicable to the work you're doing. Now, I can't really do it without you, so please share. I have all the links below, and I will see you in the next episode.